Let's talk about climate change. As world leaders continue talks in Glasgow to address climate change and cut carbon emissions globally, an environmentalist says it's high time Nigeria prioritize the environment.
The growing effect of climate change has left countries the world over struggling with numerous environmental challenges.
Global average temperature rise could reach or exceed 1.5 degrees Celsius in the next 20 years. Now that is 10 years sooner than expected. That temperature rise will breach the ambition of the 2015 Paris Climate Agreement and bring widespread devastation and unprecedented extreme weather.
The report shows that in the next 20 years, global warming, the average temperature at the Earth's surface over a period of 20 years, is expected to reach or exceed 1.5 degrees Celsius above the late 1800s.
In a world dealing with the effects of global warming, it has been one of the current topics in popular discourse within the scientific circle in recent times. Millions of people are already suffering from the catastrophic effects of the extreme disasters exacerbated by climate change. Nigeria has been experiencing adverse climate conditions with negative impacts on the welfare of millions of people, especially the albinos.
My husband is an albino, and because of his skin, he can't stay much under the sun.
Global warming has affected my skin so dearly, and it's unbearable.
When the weather is too hot, he can't even go out, and if he must go out, by the time he will be coming back, his skin will have been burnt, his face red, very, very red.
As an albino, growing up has been a kind of terrible, difficult situation in my life. When we were born, our skins are very, very soft, smooth, and fresh. And while we were growing, it has been a difficult one at that. The global warming starts to, affect us in the way which we will start having wrinkles all over our skins, faces, and bodies, and all of that. And then all these rashes, all these spots will start coming out as we were growing. And right now you could see some articles on my skins, and it's not encouraging at all.
We that are dark, we are feeling the global warming changes, as in, not talk of someone of his color. In fact, before going out, I was like, can you go? The weather is so hot. He will tell me, let me just go, because if I don't go, since we have no other breadwinner and he must go. So before going, I will make sure he goes with an umbrella. And once he's back, and I say all his face is red, I make sure he use a cool towel to mop his face and use either Vaseline or this Ori to just, so that, because before you know, all his skin will be peeling. So those are the effects on them, and it's really, really affecting. It's really, really hurting them. They are feeling it more. We are feeling it, but they are feeling it more. So the global warming changes is really, really telling on them.
I feel incomplete, I'm just saying. Incomplete. What bothered me the most is the issue of my sight and my skin itself. Lack of melanin. We lack melanin as an albino, so it bothers me a lot. I've experienced a loss of one of our albinos. He developed a skin cancer because he was under the sun 24 hours. Before he died, he warned me not to, no matter what, that not to walk under the sun. That these are the situation he's facing right now. The skin cancer, he showed me, he said he's on his way to the hospital. He didn't know if he's going to survive or not. So he told me to be very, very watchful and not to go under the sun. But after that very day, the next time I could hear is they announced his death, the obituary. So it's so painful. I felt bad. I cried. I could not. In fact, since then, I've been afraid of going out to work. Well, I've had a cause to go under the sun, and the reason is how to feed my family. And that is very important for every father. That is our primary responsibility. So, but I have to walk under the sun with umbrella in most cases. With umbrella. And with that is not even enough, because we have to, there's this, one of our albino person called me and told me that we should use what they call the skin protector, a sunscreen to me, and told me not to go under the sun without a sunscreen. And I actually go out with umbrella most of the time. It's still not solving the situation, or this is still not giving us, or giving me in particular, this solution to my problem with what we are facing in this world.
Mr. Molayo, to be very frank with you, the constant exposure to the sun is causing adverse reactions on your skin. The rate at which you're going, you're most likely going to develop skin cancer.
Doctor, if I no work, how my family go chop?
I understand you perfectly, but what if something happens to you? How will they survive?
This is the only job I could get. I can't afford my family to go hungry.
Okay, but are you at least using precautions? Sunscreen, umbrellas, all of that?
Doctor, you know say all those things no dey cheap.
Mr. Molayo, global warming has caused the Earth's temperature to increase significantly over the years. The Earth is now so much hotter than it used to be.
I know, but I can't afford the sun forever.
The little I can say is everyone should take care of every albino around them, because they really need more care. Most of them can't go under the sun the way we do. So the men are really trying, because if you're a man, you have to fend for your family. The women can still stay home, but how many women is staying home these days? So we should try. Government should really take care of them. They can do more, and individuals too can also help. Government should really take care of the albinos, because they are struggling on their own.
As a father, when I woke up in the morning, in most cases, I felt that I'm not competent enough. I feel incompetent because of going out has become an issue to my lifestyle. To go work is a challenging one at that. To me, as a father, Then as an husband, I believe that I should be up and doing. And in most cases, when the sun rises, of course, you know, I wouldn't meet up with most things that I'm supposed to do to satisfy my wife.
I love my husband so much. If I don't love him, I won't marry him. And my husband can go extra mile for me. As when I mean extra mile, if he does not mind removing his eye for me. I really love him. I really, really love him. And I pray that we grow older together to see our grandchildren. We are blessed with 2 kids. So I pray we grow older together. I don't pray to lose him. Not even now. We are just starting.
I felt great about my family, and I'm happy to have them around me, and I know I can do anything for them. I can go extra mile for them to survive in life, and that is my focus.
It is unequivocal that human activities are responsible for climate change.
These activities has affected mostly we the albinos in the world today.
The reality is that human activities are very, very much responsible for the larger ocean surges and for the erosion that's taking place. Like burning fossil fuel, emitting carbon dioxide will upset the natural God-given balance of the atmosphere, which is actually what is making planet Earth livable. The reality facing the human race is that we either make a definite decision to evolve into a more caring and compassionate people, or we drive ourselves into extinction, just like we have done to many other species, just as we are now doing to many species.
I will advise they should plant more trees, they should stop cutting down the ones we have, and industries should know how they can manage their waste, especially the smoke coming out from the vehicles, from all these industry stuffs. They should try and manage it because it's really, really telling on everyone, and the albinos are feeling it more. Most of them can't go out. They can't go out. Even the ones that are out, if you see them, some of them are already having skin cancer.
My hope for tomorrow is to see the global warming being resolved, going down gradually, and seeing myself at old age, my children being successful in life, and this world will be a conducive one for we the albinos.
In the words of one leading scientist, we're not doomed, but if we want to avoid catastrophe, we have to drastically cut emissions.
What I have to say to the people in the world is to advise them to help albinos to actually make this world conducive for we albinos as well. That we love them, and we are to live in peace and unity, and we are pleading as an albino that they should try and consider us in the world, and try to do things that will not cause this global warming of a thing, so as to live successively and to achieve our goal together in life.